And just thinking about sustainability, were you concerned that actually, yes, you know about the energy sector, were you concerned about finding a partner that also understood your sustainability credentials, or was that something that wasn't of importance?
It's a real challenge. It's a real challenge for us. Like, we're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination on what we do, trying to get better and so on. I think what we wanted was someone that could help us on that journey, but also didn't pretend they were perfect. And again, I'm not sitting here as an expert on sustainability, but I do know that our values are right in how we execute that work. And therefore, we want to not just talk about sustainability, but we need to execute it in the right way. But also, there's a brand risk. We work in a very heavily scrutinised sector, and it's good that we're scrutinised in this way. And of course, we've got to be really careful that we're not even accused of greenwashing, let alone that we actually even indulge. We wouldn't, but if we, making sure we're not there. And again, I think what was refreshing and what's good about that outside-in perspective that we still get from Oliver and a couple of other partners we've got as well is, again, taking those learnings from everywhere and not pretending we're perfect. Again, I can't sit through another presentation from someone where they tell me that we should just offset some emissions, and you're like, that's not the point. Like, what we need is a path, and again, there's work obviously our organisations are doing together, which is how do you execute the work? Not just about media choices at the end, but are you trying to make the best decision as you can at every stage? And that's been a really useful external bit. The final bit is around that as well is thinking about my team. It's really good to have a different perspective, because otherwise, and again, we can be I think all of us true, it's quite a British trait, isn't it, to be slightly glass half empty about stuff. It's really great hearing that we're doing good work and having that balance come in. So I think on the sustainability bit, I think it's, you just got to have honest conversations around stuff. And again, that's helped having that external perspective, because otherwise quite often you can look at stuff and go, Jesus, that's too big. But again, thinking about production partners, thinking about, as I'm pleased to say more of us are doing on a more regular basis, thinking about not just the talent in front of camera, but thinking about, well, who's behind the camera, where we're working, are we giving opportunities to people as well as then. Again, one day I'll have an ethical media policy. I'm not sure how I get there, it's bloody hard, but we're getting there on at least sustainability stuff.